Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of my Alpha Biomes series featuring the propane lakes. So, we're going to have some good fun with our icy biome up here. So, I actually took the time to look it up, and the necessary item to create crystalline matrices from is the exotic smelter. So I basically messed it up from the beginning. I would have needed to create that right away, and I would have been able to extract usable metals from exotic rock chunks and other strange metals. So we gotta be using that, and we have a mad frostling now. Well, let's see. So we're going to stay inside and wait what happens. With some luck, that thing just kills itself. Ooh, that was a nasty one. Big owies. So what I would need now is just some steel. That's basically it. Just some steel. I mean, they are not... Well, I could dismantle that door or replace it, but that still wouldn't get me those 100 units of steel that I need. Pity that I didn't play that well when I began that one. No. Stop that right away, Rosalina. That's foolish. I don't want that thing to actually attack me. I mean, it's already almost dead, but... almost. I think I'm going to try and kill it. And now it's gone. Right when I wanted to try and shoot it a little. Okay. There's new frostbound behemoths on the map. I mean, basically I think the frostlings would have had a decent chance of not hunting me at all if it wouldn't have gone mad. That is. So, I'm really considering removing those growing zones here, because I start getting the feeling that I'm not really doing myself a favor with that. It's really cold here. Luckily I'm having this insanely good pieces of clothing. That Muffalo herd when I began the game was insanely lucky, as has been pointed out at the beginning of the game. So for the sake of the series, I don't mind. I hope that you don't mind, that I don't mind to create myself a few units of steel, because I don't know how long it would take necessarily to get that steel now. And if we would wait for that, that could take really, really long. And I want to get to the point where we can explore that biome a little bit better. And I felt a little bit embarrassed, and when I noticed that, I just was looking not at it exactly. I mean, it was this year. It started out with the Ocular Forest exotic smelter, but I didn't even notice that something like a exotic smelter had even existed. So it's a little bit cheaty. Normally I wouldn't do it, but since this is a showcase series, I feel like I would have would start to run out of things to showcase right now, and that would be a pity in my opinion. So let's keep doing that. Feel free to tell me otherwise if you do mind. What up with that Arctic lion? And where does it come from? Did I miss something? So let's check out the event log. Wasn't that a? I remember a mad frostling, but that Arctic lion, where did it come from? I don't know. Suddenly, ice beasts. Alright, the Propane Lakes is really an adventurous place. I love it so much. It's really cool. Well, it's almost a bad pun. So, Arctic lion fur. Well, okay, cool. High thermal insulation. That's even better. But, no, don't stabilize that thing. We're going to hunt it away. Alright, awesome. So let's chop down some crystal flower. Alright. My stockpiles are just bursting over. But this was never meant to be a stockpile for anything other than frost leaf. Somewhere along the lines, these configurations have gone wrong. I'm so confused. In my, it's always bright up here, and they start sleeping. I always feel like they should be working. Why are you sleeping? But then I look at the clock and it's in the dead of the night. It's really, really a weird feeling about the Propane Lakes. So far, the longer I play here, the more alien this place feels. Somehow, it's really getting only worse the longer I am here. So definitely having potential for being a biome I want to play more often. And I'm not excluding any relaunches of parts of this mini-series, because, oh man, I'm going to turn it off. I'm not having any benefits out of that. I underestimated how bountiful these fields would be. I'm not saying no to any relaunches of any formats here, because I feel like maybe I'll return to some of those biomes when we're done with these mini-series. But for now, I'm only going to record like 5 or such episodes per biome, because I want to cover more of those. Alpha Biomes deserves more showcasing. This is such a great mod. Really admire the work of this guy. He's also behind Genetic Rim. Well, you notice I have a very high amount of Genetic Rim series as well. I really just like the work of this guy. It's always very deep and very immersive mods. So I should bring in a lamp here. Why do I have no lamp? Ah, because I never have any steel. So we don't have any power conduits down there. So now I'm really excited what I can do now. Feel it's worth the cheating now. Okay, so refined crystal wood into matrix. It even consumes steel. Yikes. And Alcyonite is the, I think that's Ocular Forest material. Cordax Racine. I have no idea what that is. But, well, the excitement was quite short-lived, because those crystalline matrices need steel. Wow. How am I where am I supposed to get all that steel from? Honestly. There's no steel out there. I cheated my steel for the showcase. It's harsh. I mean, even if I had a smelter, the other one, there's just this one measly steel select chunk on the map. Nothing else. It's really a pretty harsh biome. So progress is pretty slow up here. I mean, this little fortress here took so long to do. Like, and the worst thing about it, it's so brittle. Those crystalline walls are really disgustingly brittle. They're really not resilient, and there's almost no source of more resilient material here in this biome. Steel would be the next resilient thing, and honestly, I don't like building with steel at all. Like walls and such. I never would do that. The deserter, well, Basilicus. Can't look at him. Well, meh, why not? Let's let him join. I mean, we have to fight one of them troopers there, but I'm equipped to fight off people. So, Basilicus, what's your oh, we're getting attacked right away. So grab that charge rifle, son, and Sidonia propagandist. So quite well equipped guy. All right, so let's wait for. Okay, let's wait a while and then attack situation. I don't care for this guy sitting around in the cold and waiting. Sure, you do what you gotta do, man. Are you freezing already? I guess he's insulated. Whoa! If this guy is getting downed, I'm going to strip him. It's a little bit of a cheap trick, but it's a powerful cheap trick, okay? So let's get Rosalina inside there and see how we're going to do this. So I'd like to lure Sidonia into some traps because that would be very, very beneficial for us. Bam! Ooh, acidified. And also got me a heavy SMG, but the acidifier countered my plans of stripping the equipment there. But nasty one-shot. Seriously. How did that happen? Just the sheer amount of damage. Wow. Like 65 damage. It's really a lot. Rosalina right away rebuilding that. So I do appreciate. Alright, so we got cider. Nice. Basilicus brought cider. Good guy. So finally Rosalina doesn't have to cook anymore. She really was bad at it to begin with. And yeah. So we're doing those crystalline matrices now. So what to do with those? We can use those for other constructions out of this biome. So a propane stove, propane fueled. So what does that mean? And alien compliance center, no, that's alcyonite chunks. And a propane heater. So the question I ask myself is where to get propane from. I mean, that stuff looks like propane. Liquid propane lake. Sure does seem to do the job, but we really need to get some steel somewhere from. It's really driving me crazy that we're needing steel, but there seems to be no proper way of gaining any of it. So there's an item stash? Ah, I misread that. I never did the deserter quest before, so oh, that's 4 days of traveling time. No way, I don't care about the Neuralink thingies. I only accept it because I wanted to have you on my colony, Basilicus. I don't care. I'm not going to travel that long outside there. Basilicus is actually going to freeze to death, I'm quite sure. So I have more heavy fur items available. So cloth blouse overalls, let's exchange that. with something more sturdy. There we go. Basilicus is quite a capable crafter, so let's use that. And generally, I would totally recommend the mod which makes the alpha biome materials stuffable and lets you do things like this crystalline bed here. Before this mod was available, that was something which really was super annoying on these alpha biomes, because they are almost all of the alpha biomes are designed around the idea that they only feature a certain set of materials, and often it's only materials which are exclusive to the alpha biome. And look at that! We're having now our blue milk deliverance, and look here, mating with the behemoth. Oh boy, they're making love now. I didn't even want to know. But what can I do? Oh boy. So Walrus does hunt human, or at least my animals. I'm not sure what the Walrus does, but yeah, that thing is actually going for Rosalina. Wow, you crazy. You're going to regret. Because you're slower than Rosalina, and Rosalina has a gun. And Basilicus is coming with the other gun, so back down. Damn. This place is really dangerous. This place is really, really dangerous. So many hungry predators in the propane lakes, it's insane. And now the walrus is pretending all harmless. I know you better. Alright. It's one of the reasons why I love the Minimap mod, because the game tells you way too late when a predator is closing in on you. They are way earlier aggressive than you can notice. There are also mods which give you a super early warning. That's also a quite good way to deal with it, but you should deal with it either way somehow. So I don't want the frost behemoths in my home. That just doesn't feel right. So manage area, invert behemoth outside. I know that's a little bit improvised, but I don't care. So let's drop those as well. That's all it takes. Boom. Just want to make sure that they're not spreading any filth inside the living room. So insect ketine, they eat vegetables, seeds, live plants. Awesome. They're really easy to satisfy. I don't need to allow them access to the freezer here. It's not necessary at all. They're able to take care of themselves. Nice little buggers, really nice. Sadly not trainable to be attackers. If they would be, I would be really, really inclined to hold me more than that. But for now, I'm just staying with those two. They're going to become more anyways. So, cargo pods, weapons, yay, steel throwing knives. One more steel-like chunk. One day I'm going to have a smelter. The problem about the smelter is also I'm going to need 170 units of steel to start earning steel, and this exotic smelter is not really helping me at all. I really want to build the last items there. I want to try out the propane stove and the propane heater, at least to know how they work. If I would have played it a little bit less foolish. And why are we like, come on, rescue that poor dog, you fools. Doctoring priority 1. Would anybody assume that we're rescuing the dog anytime too soon? No. But Echo is no longer incapable of walking. I mean, that dog wants to die. that dog sure wants to die. Why does the dog want to go outside like that? Okay. Never mind, Echo. You had it coming. I saved you twice. I'm done with that now. I'm just done with that now. Oh, Basilicus is an alcoholic. That's why I'm at cider. Oh. That's, that wasn't entirely a good story. Damn. So, if for episode 5 we're not going to have, any steel available, I'm going to cheat myself to a little bit more about steel, because those items are basically only going to replace what I already have. I just want to give the last pieces of that was the dog, right? The last pieces of that mod a certain showcase, because I don't want to record I don't know how many episodes only to showcase that stuff here. So Echo has no longer nose, nor ear, tail, front paw. Let's put that poor thing to rest. You guys botched it up. I mean, gotta admit, that dog was never meant to live in the cold to begin with. I know Rosalina will be now unhappy and everything, but come on. After all these horrible wounds it has taken from the cold, it would be inhumane to let it live anymore, gotta say. So I want to check out if if that's actually a thing. Do I? Yes, I can bury animals as well. I wasn't aware of that until I read that in the Facebook group of Rimworld. I was surprised, but yeah, we can also bury animals. Good stuff. So that's the least I can do. I mean, I felt really bad for the dog, but I also felt bad about letting it live like that. So, well, I feel like it should give a mood bonus if you dedicate a grave to your bonded animal. That would be really cool, don't you think too? Leave me a comment about that if you agree with me or disagree with me, because I feel like that's something so special, and usually you don't designate graves to pets, or do you? I don't do that, ever. That's my first pet grave, by the way. Cheers. Celebrations. Yeah, but it's really unsettling. So for this scenario, steel is, like, on the sea ice map, super sparse. Like, we don't have any mountains where mineral deposits could spawn, and there's literally nothing spawning so far due to the extremely low temperatures. Trader events are also very, very unlikely. I mean, it's minus 50 degrees out there. Most of the time traders are not spawning because it's too cold. And yeah, you're living really, really isolated out here. And there's lots of funny predators, and there's also blue milk spawning frost behemoths. I think it's pretty easy to survive in here, food-wise and such. It's really not that hard. What's hard though is to progress somehow. Like, every step of progression feels like so nastily hard claimed. So ideally, I would say you would need to save your steel for a few things you really need, and you should possibly try to spawn with a little bit more steel, because I think the basic smelter is mandatory, because we really need every single piece of steel select chunk that spawns from the cargo pods. And the exotic smelter if you want to use the alpha biome items. But I really gotta say, the crafting path over the crystalline matrix feels pretty nasty to begin with, because the crystalline matrix needs also steel, and then the propane stove needs steel again. Wow, that's hard. So Basilicus is suffering from hypothermia. Damn. Please no frostbites. So alright. The alcohol withdrawal is really a problem for him. Oh man, he's getting downed and downed. That miserable dance of yay, he did it. So we do need some sort of heater solution though, because Basilicus is not really well equipped for those temperatures here. Let's see, maybe I can fetch him something better here. I'm using vanilla expanded, so there should be a solution to my problems. I do have penny pet leather, awesome. So let's do you have gloves already, my friend? No, you don't. That's going to solve everything. Make gloves 2 times. There we go. I really like vanilla expanded mods as well. They fit pretty well together with the alpha biomes too, because I happen to know that the mod makers of these packs are working quite closely together over the time. And that's a quite cool thing, because that means these mods are well compatible to each other, and well, since the compatibility, I think the balancing works pretty well together too. So Basilicus, pick up some of them gloves. So minus 43 degree, that's better. Rosalina is walking around with sick minus 70 degree insulation, but well, let's do some shoes as well. And then I hope Basilicus should be able to withstand the cold a little bit better, because that's really right now the biggest problem. But with all these animals spawning outside here, the really cool thing is that I feel like it is not that hard to get a proper suit of clothing together. So those penny pet leather things are... what's the matter with penny pet leather? Average strength, but insulates well against heat. Yay! So not exactly what we need. Alright, so I'm going to end today's episode right here. So I think there's a high chance of a miraculous spawn of steel for next episode to try out those propane heating and cooking facilities, because I really want to know what it means that they're propane heated. What kind of items do we need? I don't know. I'm very excited to find out. So feel free to drop me a comment down below if you have anything on your mind. Thanks for watching. Definitely leave a thumbs up if you want to support this little series and give it a little bit more visibility on the YouTube. And leave a subscription on the channel if you want to help this community grow, and turn on the notifications if you want to know whenever a new video shows up, or just don't. Whatever you do or don't, have a wonderful time, and I hope we're going to see each other soon. Until then, goodbye.